Hello, and welcome to a new episode of On the Road with WHCA. My name is Rob Gullicksen, and I'm going to be your guide to some of the great local businesses in Whitman, Hanson, and all across the South Shore. Weather's getting warmer, summer's on its way, you know what that means. It's barbecue season. But as you're getting ready to fire up the grill, you might be wondering, where do I go to get the perfect ingredients to have my perfect barbecue? Well, if you've ever been down Route 27 in Hanson, you've probably seen this sign right here. And you probably thought to yourself, sausage factory, I might have to stop by there sometime soon. Well, that's why today we are here at Sausages Homemade and Natural. And today we're gonna go inside and find out once and for all just how the sausage is made. Stay tuned. So we've made our way into this little shed just outside the place, and I'm being met today by Glinna Tassinari. How you doing, Glinna?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Sausages Homemade and Natural.
Well, my dad started the business in 1986. He was a lobster fisherman looking for something to do in the winter. Come to find out, it's a summer business. People are not really cooking a lot of sausages in the winter, but summertime is great, and I've been working here most of the time since 1986.
Yeah, and now you're the big cheese. You're the leader of the business. How's that been?
It's all right. You know, I've done all the work anyway since 1996. Now I'd not only get to do all the work, I'd get to pay all the bills.
Absolutely.
So, and it's a good business. It's small. It's as you can see, it's small. Okay. You know, our business is mostly in the summer. This should be a good day. It'll be a good week because of the weather. Oh, absolutely. Forget about it when it rains. Yeah. And winter, generally I close for February and March, or January and February, depending on if I can get away. So. Yeah.
So, you know, the namesake is sausages, but, you know, talk a little bit about what else you offer.
Well, sausages is the main thing, but we, you know, in the winter, we have chili year round. Award-winning chili, I might add.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, and now that we're into summertime, it's potato salad, pasta salad, coleslaw. We do steak tips, chicken thighs. Don't have them this week, though. Next week, that'll start. And the ribs and pulled pork.
Absolutely, all good stuff.
All good stuff. In wintertime, I transition into more heavier food.
Absolutely.
But
so, like you said, it's getting warmer. You know, people are firing up their barbecues. Is there like a week or like any time during the year that's particularly busy for you guys?
Oh yeah,
I imagine it must be like Memorial Day or a Labor Day when everybody's firing up the grill, right?
Memorial Day is the start of it. It's the kickoff to summer. It's sometimes busier than 4th of July. So order early if you want something for Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day is coming up,
or 4th of July, or Father's Day. Memorial Day is 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Not to date this episode, but yeah, Memorial Day is coming up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Memorial Day is coming up, and it will be busy, and I can't guarantee, and I tell everyone, can't guarantee anything unless you pre-order.
Right.
So, you know, that being said, but yeah, the summer is the busiest, and the 2 big ones are Memorial Day and 4th of July. Christmas time is pretty good because, well, a lot of it is because we're getting ready to close for, you know, the winter, couple of months in the winter. So I get a lot of orders then, and we do different things at Christmas. Traditionally, we have done smoked hams by order. So what we do is we buy the fresh ham and we cure and smoke the ham and sell it to you to take home for your holiday dinner.
So are there some things that you only do pre-order? Like I know there's stuff that you have laid out on the shelf that people can come and get, but are there things that you have to order in order to get them?
Well, yeah, there are. Well, the ham is one. Beef jerky.
Oh, nice. Beef
jerky is, look at the look on your face. Yeah, beef jerky is huge. Beef jerky is job security. It's a pre-order. It's a rotating order. So what do they call that? An automatic reorder. Or a subscription, if you will. I guess they call it
to beef jerky.
Yes. But, you know, when, Joe comes in to pick up his jerky, his name goes to the back of the pile, and it just rotates. So you get your jerky about every about 3 or 4 times a year, and everybody looks forward to it. And we are cash only, and we will be cash only forever. So for everybody that doesn't use cash anymore, your particular age group. But
And it always helps to have some cash on you, even
well,
me.
I would think so. I would think so. And now I have a customer.
I mean, now that I'm here, I have an opportunity to ask the age-old question, how do you make the sausage?
And it's pretty simple, except that it does require some skill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're dealing with casing. Casing is gross.
Yeah.
But it's all natural. And the meat is commercially raised meat. Mm-hmm. Sadly, I do not have a pig farm. Well, doesn't make me sad. You know, but it's not backyard raised meat. So, but it's still probably fresher than you're going to get in the supermarket. There's no preservatives and no colors and no additives. All our own spice blends. And we just take a whole pork butt. Okay, we take a case of pork butts, trim up all the bad stuff like the gristle, and grind it, season it, stuff it.
Yeah. I mean, you say it like that, it makes it sound really good.
I know.
Because I feel like most people assume that sausages are just like all the scraps and like stuff that you wouldn't normally eat, right?
I think originally it probably was. It was like, okay, we can't really make a roast out of this, but we can chop it up and throw in some salt and pepper and put it in the guts. So I know that's appetizing.
That doesn't sound super appetizing, but what you guys have certainly does. And you've got like hot Italian, sweet Italian, any other varieties?
Garlic and cheese, roasted pepper and smoked provolone. That's our signature sausage. I make a couple of chicken sausages, a sweet Italian and a buffalo chicken with blue cheese. Those go fast. I don't make as much of them as I do of the pork.
Right.
And then specialty sausages. We do have, we make kielbasa. Get a lot of orders for that at the holidays, you know, like the winter holidays.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, those, you know, big holidays. I don't have it here all the time. It is a special order.
Yeah, I saw like you guys offer like international recipes, like kielbasa was on there, like bratwurst,
bangers.
What's the difference between like the different international recipes?
Basically, it's the seasonings. You know, I mean, if you took a piece of kielbasa and stuck it next to a piece of Italian sausage, they look exactly the same.
Do a little blind taste test?
A little blind taste test, and you know what? Honestly, yeah, there's a difference in taste. The kielbasa has a sweeter herb in it. It has marjoram in it. So that's sweet, almost like basil. Whereas the Italian has fennel and thyme in it. Okay. So those are a little bit more astringent. But yeah, I mean, basically any of the sausages. What's the difference between the hot Italian and the sweet Italian? The spices.
Yeah. Well, one's hot, the other's sweet, right?
Yes, but that's, I mean, completely different spice blends. You know, the bratwurst. The bratwurst has eggs in it.
Really?
And dry milk. And it's a cooked sausage. I sell it as a cook. It's cooked, but then you can, you know, you reheat it. And I like it fried in butter myself. But I don't know. I don't know what the German people do with it.
Oh, I didn't know it was made with eggs, so I guess you learn something new every day, right?
I hope so.
I also wanted to touch on some of the other offerings that you guys have. You have something called buffalo bones and thunder thighs. What are those?
Buffalo bones were originally pork on the bone marinated in hot spicy sauce. Now there's no bone in them because we don't use a boneless pork butt. But it's slices and chunks of pork in our own marinade. It's delicious. Those I'll have probably next week. I start them for the summer holidays. And thunder thighs are a hot and spicy bone-in chicken thigh. And I also do a jerk chicken, which is a bone-in thigh with a dry jerk chicken rub on it. They're very good. But they are really summertime offerings. Pulled pork and ribs, you saw that.
Yeah. We got a little glimpse of the goings on with the smoker that's actually sitting right next to us.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. It takes a while to get it up to temperature, but yeah.
With like the whole like wood fire over there, honestly feels very sort of rustic and homey. Like being able to see it like right as you're coming in, that honestly just feels a little bit, I don't know if this is weird to say, like a little bit comforting.
No, that's not weird at all. I mean,
like it makes it feel like you're going into a place and it's homemade.
This was what my father was going for when he started the place. Of course, he would have just as soon had a pig farm in the front yard. But, you know, that's what he was going for, is rustic, down home, and good. Yeah, and just good food.
And he built up this entire shack, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. When we started, it was just the first, well, it wasn't many years, maybe the first 5 years. It was the front half. And then they added on the back, probably 4 years into it all, 4 or 5 years into it all. This started when my first son was first born. So he was born in December of '85. This was, you know, we opened January of '86. And then the back was put on 4 years later. The boys helped.
Nice.
They were 3 and 4 or something. Yeah, so they were a big help.
Yeah.
But
So is it just you running the shop, or do you have help from other people, maybe like other family members or?
I have, you know, different help from different people. My son was good enough to remember to split wood for me today for the smoker. You know, I have a couple of family members who work here, cutting meat, making salads and side dishes. You know, sometimes my niece is out here in the shop. But yeah, mostly it's me. Actually, I say mostly it's me, but the dirty work is really done by other people.
Right.
Because I'm done. I'm done with dirty work.
Yeah, you gotta, at some point, like somebody else has gotta take that on so you can focus on the important work.
Yeah, it's basically a one-person operation, but like I said, I have a couple of people that do couple of hours of work for me a week. I won't mention their names. I don't want the IRS on us.
But no, that's really impressive that it's pretty much mostly you holding down the fort, and I gotta commend you for that.
I have a new customer every single day that I'm open. I have at least one new customer that has been driving by here for years. I've been by here 1,000 times.
Yeah, exactly.
And today was the day. What brought you in today? I don't know. It was just time.
I think it's just having the sign out there that like people drive by the road anyways and they see like, oh, sausage factory, never heard of that.
Right.
And they just have to find a time to stop in, and then when they do, it's like, wow.
Really, most of them though have been just driving by for years. We went to New Hampshire, I don't know, probably 20 years ago now, and these old, just going through towns like this, and you see the sign in front of somebody's house that sells whatever they sell, and I can remember thinking to myself, how do they do business? And I went, oh, wait a minute, you do the same thing. So.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's the sign, if it's the smell of smoked meat filling the air, you know, it brings people in. And of course, we got to talk about, you know, the coup de grace of the business, the award-winning chili.
Yes, the award-winning chili. You know, that's another one. My father's own spice blend. We don't use hamburger. We use ground pork.
Okay.
You know, you got to tell people that anyway, so it's really not a secret. I had one lady say to me, well, you know, the hamburger, it was in big clumps. I said, well, it's not hamburger. It's pork. Oh, it's pork? She still buys it.
Right.
But, you know,
if it's still good, it's still good.
You know, she made it sound like I was putting big chunks of stew beef in it. But yeah, no. So we our awards are from the East Bridgewater Commercial Club Chili Chowder Fest, which we did for a lot of years, and it took a lot of years before we even got honorable mention because you know the dynamic changes as businesses come and go. But yeah, for probably 10 years, we took best chili overall in the restaurant category. That being as opposed to somebody making it on their kitchen,
exactly.
You know, on their stove at home. So yeah, and it's good. It's good chili. Did you have any of the chili yet?
I haven't had any of the chili yet. I'm actually planning to buy some today.
Okay. So yep.
We'll be trying that. We'll be putting you on blast a little bit.
Okay. Hey, I'm not afraid.
That's good to hear. Do you guys have any other plans for like community involvement? Like I know the Chili Chowder Fest is like a local thing. Do you have any other involvement with like community events?
I'm, trying to coordinate things so that I can get involved with the farmers market in Halifax.
Oh, nice.
That starts, I don't know if it's this weekend, this Saturday or next Saturday. I'm thinking that it's next Saturday, the 20th, and it's going to be on the town green and on Route 106 in Halifax. And that sounds like an interesting take. And it's always a good way to get my name out there, get my product out there. Oh, yeah, I know where you are. I've been going by there for years. Again,
Absolutely.
that's what everybody's, I've been going by there for years. I forget where I was last night. I was talking to somebody and they went, I've been there, been by there 1,000 times. You got to come in.
Mm-hmm.
So, other than that, we used to do there was a farmer's market in Hanson years ago when my kids were babies. And I used to do that, but that went by the wayside, as things do. Every now and again, somebody will do an event and I'll sell sandwiches.
Yeah, and I mean, if the food's good enough, that's going to be enough to bring people in.
And it does. Yeah, it's one of those things, again, before when I did these events, I was just the pretty face behind the retail counter. My dad would cut the meat and make the sausages, and I made the sides and the salads and took care of the
bees are taking
shop.
over.
So I had the time to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now, with everything else, I just don't have the time, and on my days off, I'm old. I want my days off to be my days off.
Absolutely, yeah. Gotta take those breaks.
Yeah, but there's things I have to start looking into to get more involved in the community again.
Yeah.
Green Hanson used to do an Earth Day celebration, and they'd invite me to come and sell sausage sandwiches, but I don't know what they did. They changed that. So,
Well, I mean, it seems like you're doing great for what you got, and like I said, I gotta commend you for that. Like, this is a really impressive operation that like a lot of people just driving by wouldn't know about. Right.
And people are funny too about that. I had a man come in here a few years ago. He's getting just a little bit of sausage. He says, this is for me and my son, not for my daughter-in-law. And I went, she doesn't, excuse me. She doesn't eat sausage? Oh, no, she wouldn't eat anything from here. She went, really? And why is that? Oh, it's somebody's house. It's somebody's house. I am inspected by the town board of health twice a year, ServSafe certified, allergen certified. I have my food handler's permit every single year. And I laugh that people would rather go someplace on a corner in a city with some old guy standing out there in a yucky, bloody apron and think that that's more authentic, maybe. But no, she just wouldn't eat anything from here. I was slightly insulted.
Right.
I didn't let it last long, but obviously I'm still talking about it years later. So
a nice case study of being proven wrong, That's why, you could say absolutely not, but then when you try it, it makes all the difference.
Exactly. And I have people that come in here that, they'll buy sausage, and, one of the two people will say, oh, well, I don't eat sausage. I said, do yourself a favor. Take a taste of it. Eat one bite this big. Mm-hmm. Because that's another thing, too, is you get a commercial sausage, and generally you're spitting out every other bite because of gristle and blech.
Yeah.
And our claim to fame is that you're not. You take a sausage that's this big, you cook it down, it's still this big, and you're not spitting out every other bite. So, I mean, if the kid who cuts my meat is doing his job right.
Well, who's hungry? I got here a roasted red pepper and smoked provolone sausage and a cup of their famous award-winning chili. Let's head back to the studio, cook it up, and give it a try. Thank you for joining us on the program today, Glinna.
Thanks for being here.
Where can people find you?
We are at 421 Franklin Street on Route 27 in Hanson.
All right. And do you have like a Facebook page, a website? Anything?
We have a Facebook page, it's Sausages Homemade and Natural. Unfortunately, there are two. Go to the one with the pink pig. The pink pig is the one that I keep up with. The other one I lost in a phone change. Anyways, that's it.
All right. Yeah, it's been an honor to have you on the
thanks
program.
for coming here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right.
And we'll see you again.
I'll definitely be seeing you around.
Okay.
So that's going to do it for today's episode of On the Road with WHCA. Thank you again for joining us today. And if you'd like to have your business featured on an episode of the show, let us know. You can reach us at production@whca.tv, or you can give us a call at 781-447-4175. We'd love to come visit you. As always, my name's Rob Gullicksen, and until next time, I'll see you on the road.